Hello and welcome to Mass Effect. This is through the Legendary Collection and I am playing on an Xbox. As one should when it comes to the first Mass Effect game. I mean, yeah, they eventually get a PS3 version, but it was made for Xbox. Anyways, when people, as I first start a new career, when people talk about nostalgia, this is nostalgia for me. I'll be honest. I love this game. Maybe one day I'll play a game that I haven't played before. Connection. Who knows?
Secure connection confirmed.
So the first thing that happens is you need to reconstruct your Alliance profile. You can choose to be just the default John Shepard, which means that you'll have the look that the game goes through for the male Shepard when it comes to advertising, or the Jane Shepard. This is the specific look in Mass Effect 1, might change a bit in 2 and 3 in the defaults. You can also enter a new ID, or you can even select a physical existing ID. This option only really exists in a New Game Plus situation, so you can have the same stuff that you had before, but maybe you're trying to do a harder difficulty, maybe you just want to see if you can get to the level cap, maybe there was something you missed in the first time round, or you did something you didn't want to do that you accidentally did do. Who knows? We're going to enter a new ID. Then you can custom male or female, or just quick start where you jump right in as a male soldier or female soldier. Very simple.
Please
Custom
log in
male,
to access your profile.
and for the purposes of this, we are just going to call it Chris. And the last name is always Shepard. There is no other way for it to be anything else. This is so that every character just calls you Shepard. Even Shepard himself just tells people to refer to him or her as Shepard. Anyway, we have to reconstruct the profile. So, pre-service history. Were you a spacer? Both of your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. So think of one of those like kids that would be regularly moved because one of their parents worked at various different military bases all around, say, the US, for example. That's the example I can think of. Following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18. Oh, so simple enough. Colonist! You were born and raised on Mindur, a small border colony in the Attican Traverse. When you were 16, slavers raided the place. Oh shit. Slaughtering your family and friends. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol, and you enlisted with the military a few years later. So, a little bit of a sad backstory. You lost your friends and family, but hey, at least now you're working for the military. And Earthborn, where you are an orphan raised on the streets of the great megatropolises covering Earth. You escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned the age of 18. Now, this doesn't matter as much in Mass Effect 2 and 3, but in Mass Effect 1, this actually does give you a small quest, depending on what you pick. So, I'm going to pick, I feel like, Earthborn.
Confirm psychological profile.
Psychological profile. So this is just, basically, these are 3 different situations that Shepard has been in the past, and how did he overcome this stuff? So, Sole Survivor, during your service, a mission you were on went horribly wrong. Trapped in an extreme survival situation, you had to overcome the physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most people. You survived while all those around you fell. Now you alone are left to tell the tale. Sad stuff if you see every single person that you were working with die, but hey, you know, the ones that survive have to move on. War hero. Early in your military career, you found yourself facing an overwhelming enemy force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism has earned you medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. So the Alliance recognizes your skills and whatnot. Meanwhile, with Ruthless, throughout your military career, you have held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers wary of you, but when failure is not an option, the military always goes to you first. So most people, if they think, oh, I'm going to play Mass Effect, I'm going to be Renegade, will probably pick Ruthless, because their idea with Renegade Shepard is he just does whatever as long as the mission is completed. But to be fair, all Shepards at the end of the day end up with the same objective: get the mission done. Whether you choose to do it heroically or not heroically, it's just more proof that the alignment systems in games never truly worked. We're gonna go Soul Survivor.
Confirm military specialization.
With the military specializations, these are going to be your classes, basically. There's combat, tech, and biotic. So those are the three ways how combat will work. And some talents in Mass Effect 1 do allow you to do some other things, like encryption and decryption. No, it's decryption and decryption at the very least allows you to open up additional lockers that may contain more weapons or armor or other things like that. So anyway, soldiers are combat specialists, ideal for the front lines of a firefight. Soldiers have improved health, can specialize in the use of all weapon types, start with the ability to wear medium armor, and can train in the use of heavy armor. Soldiers are exactly what you think they'd be. They are the shooty shoots of the universe, where, well, they have specialization in all weapons. So that means assault rifles, pistols, shotguns, sniper rifles. There's one more I'm thinking of. Mass Effect 2 onwards, there's also SMGs, but, you know. In this game, you have access to all weapon types anyway. It's just whether you are actually going to deal better damage with them. Engineers are tech specialists using the holographic Omni tool. They can decrypt security systems, repair or modify technical equipment, disrupt enemy weapons or shields, and heal their squad. Engineers can only wear light armor, and they specialize in pistols. The thing to point out with something like Engineer is that it's quite useful against robotic enemies. But mainly because, hey, it's technology. You can destroy technology very well. So, you know. Adept is similar to Engineer, but is a biotic specialist instead. Through upgradable implants, they can use biotic powers to lift or throw objects, shield the squad, and disable or destroy enemies. And just like Engineer, can only wear light armor and specialize in pistols. Now, we do need to point out that we are a human. Shepard is a human, and in the lore of Mass Effect, that means his biotic powers not necessarily the best overall-wise. But it does give necessary boosts to his combat prowess. Being able to utilize biotic powers is still a benefit, unless you somehow get disabled from being able to use them, but that's neither here nor there. Infiltrators combine combat and tech abilities to specialize in killing and disabling enemies at long range. Infiltrators are trained to use Omni tools, focusing on decryption and offensive abilities rather than healing. They can specialize in pistols or sniper rifles and wear medium armor. The pistols or sniper rifle things means you get both, and when you level up you can choose to go into pistols and into sniper rifles, so Infiltrator is a combination of combat and tech abilities. So Sentinel is a combination of biotic and tech abilities. Typically, leads use biotic abilities and advanced healing skills to defend allies, though they can also disrupt opponents with biotic or tech attacks. They are more efficient at tech and biotics than other classes, but at the expense of combat as a whole. Basically, your weapons aren't going to be doing as much damage all the time compared to other classes because you don't get weapon training. It's as simple as that. You still deal more damage over time just because of how the weapons work, but don't expect to be as good as some of the party members who do get weapon training. So they can only wear light armor. So yeah, you know, Vanguards are the biotic and combat combinationed class. They are biotic warriors. They combine biotics and weapons to take down opponents and are especially deadly at short range, with their specializations in pistols and shotguns, and they can wear medium armor. So Vanguards are certainly got it cut out for them. That thankfully Mass Effect 1 is actually not so bad when it comes to where you are compared to the enemy as often, sometimes. So shotguns are actually not so bad. I'd argue don't go for shotguns in the Mass Effect game, but it's not so bad. Shotguns, of course, are close, short-range weapons. So really, none of these classes get assault rifle training, even though the assault rifle is one of the iconic weapons that you'd see Shepard wield throughout the series. A little bit of a fun note there. I consider what I'd pick, and I believe I am deciding the role of Sentinel. If you have beaten the game before, / if you've done specific things, then there will be one last area of expertise, the bonus talent. So if we actually back out from there, if we selected Engineer, we'd have access to shotguns, assault rifles, and sniper rifles, just because they don't get any training in said stuff. Whereas if we picked Infiltrator, I'd only get access to assault rifles and shotguns because, well, it's already got access to sniper rifles.
Confirm military
specialization. So, while yes, I am going Sentinel, we're also getting training in assault rifles, because I've played this game before, and who wouldn't be surprised by that? I hope no one's surprised by that, because I seem to only play games that I've already played. Anyway, with the profile reconstruction, the next bit is the facial customization, where we can take a look at this Shepard change that has already occurred and, well, change it to fit our specific needs. Let's go... Skin tone can be of various shades of white and black. Not so much Asian, but maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe some of these skin tones are more Asian ones. Complexion just means the youngest you can look, middling, old. Neck thickness, let's go that. Face size looks fine. Cheek width. No, that's too outward. Do that. Adjust him up bone. Nah, increase it to here. Gaunt. Oh, that's what that does. I can go there. Ear size, big. Ear orientation, like that. Now we're an elephant. Alright, I'm just messing around a bit. Eyes. There's not really many eye shapes I argue for or against. I'm not really noticing much different in the height bit either. Go there. Oh, power depth. That's what's lowering and highering it a bit. Iris color. That works. Or maybe that one. Yeah, that works. Jaw. The whip seems to... Yeah, outside of that, I think this looks fine. No shape. Have a big nose. Yeah, this works. Hair. Look at all these hairstyles you can have, including a white being bald. It's Mass Effect. There's not really many hairstyles that you can be because they obviously don't want you to have long hair because you're a military person. Why would you have long hair? This will do. It's clearly balding now. We can go for a stubble, or we could go for more of an actual thing. There's not actually much of an actual thing. I think the bald's fine. Hair colour can be a myriad of shades of brown, blonde, black, grey, a bit of red and a bit of purple. Don't know why there's the red and purple ones, but you know. I think that's right. And then there's a scar. So you can choose to have a scar somewhere on Shepard's face. Or just not at all. Ooh, nasty scar on the bridge of the nose. That works.
Profile
and we finalize.
Complete.
Upon doing so, you go into the options menu to just double check if everything is what you want it to be. I normally play on Veteran, but Insanity is the highest difficulty. Don't worry, we're not doing that. But Veteran, I will be playing on. Auto level up means whether or not you actually have to go into the squad menu to assign points. So if you really don't want to do that, then you can change that. Level scaling is basically just whether or not experience and talent points progression works with the 1 to 30 level range or the 1 to 60 level range. Basically, they half the level for the purposes of Legendary Edition. So you can play like it's the original Mass Effect, and well, you know, it has its charms. If you do play with the Legendary mode on, when you go to Mass Effect 2, it will use the 1 to 60 level range in terms of calculating what level your Shepard is. But that shouldn't be too much of an issue. It usually just basically doubles, I think. Subtitles. I recommend them. You can then also select whether your squad mates will actually use their powers, which, you know, if you're actually using them properly, then yes. And of course, auto-saving. Doing so, we go straight into our first cutscene.
Well, what about Shepard? Earthborn, but no record of his family.
Doesn't have one. He was raised on the streets, learned to look out for himself.
He saw his whole unit die on a cruise. He could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
Man, I wonder why I'm such a fan of Keith David, because let's see, Saints Row, Mass Effect, he plays a character in Princess and the Frog. I know he shows up in Community, but I've never actually truly watched any of those episodes, so I can't actually argue on that one. But Keith David's voice. That's what Udina was talking as well.
Arcturus Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination.
Man, the fact that BioWare had the money to
Relays
get
on.
multiple
Acquiring
like,
approach vector.
actual names for VAs, it's kind of
All stations
nice
secure
to
for
see
transit.
sometimes that money get thrown around, you know? Behold, our shepherd.
Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 15.
Ship mumbo jumbo.
1500 is good.
Ooh.
Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment, so you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board.
Spectres
Call me
are...
paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes
Spectres
the
are,
official
of
story.
course, a bunch of people that operate under the council, under the Citadel's council, and if they've been given a mission, they are allowed to do almost anything they want to be able to get said mission done. Obviously, there are still laws in the galaxy, and if you overstep your boundaries, then the council have every right to go, "What the fuck are you doing? You're no longer a Spectre." But you know. So, of course, Joker doesn't believe whatever the official story is. We aren't aware of it fully ourselves because this is the first cutscene. Now, this is the first conversational dialogue point where you can say, "I agree," or you can say, "You're overreacting," or you can even just outright go, "Oi, cut the chatter, you fucking idiots." And you can do that if you want. Now, I'm going to be fair here. I was considering Paragon, but then I remember there are several points in Mass Effect 1 I'd rather not. So we're cutting the chatter.
That's enough. You're soldiers. Act like it.
Sorry, Commander.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance Brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
I'll just go
on my
with
way.
what I heard, because
Is it me, or
I
does
don't
the
think
Captain
Joker's
always sound a little pissed off?
intentionally
Only when he's
pissed off
talking to
anyone
you, Joker.
that time. But Kaidan is here as an assistant to Joker for whatever reason in this bit, but hey, you know, he exists. Now, along the way we go. We can interrupt Presley's conversation with the
Congratulations,
engineers
Commander.
down
Looks like
in
we
the
had a
engine.
smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down in engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance Brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge?
Because it's his
And
ship.
then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre? A
Presley
Turian
is
Spectre
right here.
on a shakedown.
Why would a Spectre be
Doesn't add
needed on just a simple shakedown one testing a stealth system if there wasn't something that required a Spectre? Thankfully, we'll be learning this, but for
Info's
now,
on a need-to-know basis, Presley. Just follow the orders you're given.
Understood, Commander.
now to be fair, with Presley, he might not have the strongest opinion of Turians, considering Turians are the first race that humans interacted with. And, well, one of the first races humans interacted with. And, yeah, there was a bit of bloodshed.
What do you think,
so,
Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long,
Corporal
will we? I'm itching for some
Jenkins.
real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal.
And Dr. Chakras.
Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Marines are meant to fight. You just fix us up when we're done.
I
The
know
cold,
how
harsh,
things
the cold,
work.
harsh truth.
I've seen my share of combat, but it's foolish to go looking for trouble.
Hmm.
You could both take a lesson from the captain. He's not afraid of combat, but he knows the value of restraint, too.
Sorry, Doc, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission
To
like
be
this
honest,
before.
a matter
Not
of
one
life or
suspected
death can mean that you have to be a bit more cautious. But then at the same time, if it's a matter of life or death, you might not be thinking of being cautious. You're thinking, well, there's the enemy. I need to make sure I don't die. I'm going to shoot the enemy. So, you know. Investigate sections allow us to see more information on various topics. So we can talk
What
more
can you
about
tell me
Nihilus.
about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other.
Which
They don't
suggests
always
they have a
get
good
on well
they
with
have a
us,
good
though.
space force.
Some people
Well,
find them
navy as it
too
probably get
rigid.
called. But
Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself. Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual
we're going to ask
Spectre.
more about Spectres and Eden Prime. Spectres are the
Do your
explain
job,
what
follow
Spectres
my
are,
orders, and it
and
won't
of
be any
course
problem.
Eden Prime is the planet we're
Easy for you to say.
heading near to.
You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show
Yeah,
the
of course,
rest what I
Shepard's
can do.
already had a big feat of cut, so Jenkins here, he wants to see something, he wants to be able to be known, he wants to be put into the record books. But don't play the
This
hero.
mission isn't about personal glory, Corporal. We have a job to do. Don't do anything stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not going to screw this up.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
And into this room where Anderson is not here, Nihilus is though. Suspiciousness,
Commander
as per
Shepard,
usual.
I was hoping you'd get here first. It'll give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I've never been there.
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
I mean, colonies across the galaxy can have all.
Are you trying to
myriads
scare
of
me, Spectre?
Dangers.
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about
Of course, in
time
Mass
we
Effect
told the
lore,
commander
it's
which
not been that long since
mission is
humans have
far more than a
gained
simple
access to
shakedown
the same tech that a lot of other of the species have. So,
I already figured that
yeah,
out.
there's way too much
making
to
a covert
be a
pickup of
simple
Eden
shakedown
Prime.
one, of course.
That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
We can question why Shepard didn't get told, but we already said to Presley, oh, info's on a need-to-know basis, so
What's the payload, Captain?
A research team on Eden
we're
Prime
actually learning
unearthed
of
some
what
kind
we've
of
got to do
beacon
here.
during an excavation. It was Prothean.
Protheans are a race that, well, actually, we can just
I thought the Protheans vanished
do this.
50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains.
They were a race.
The mass
They went
relays,
extinct.
the Citadel, our ship drives.
Don't you go looking
It's
Mass
all
Effect
based
3
on
now.
Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard.
Damn you,
The
DLC.
last time humanity made
Anyway.
a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We
So-
need to bring the beacon back to the
So
city.
Nihilus and a few people on the Normandy are going
Obviously,
to
this
land
goes
on the
beyond
planet
mere human
and
interests,
make a
Commander.
pickup of
This
a
discovery
beacon
could
that is
affect
of
every species
Prothean
in Council space.
design. You sound worried.
Are we expecting trouble?
I'm always expecting.
I don't always go for the bottom bits.
There's more,
That's just going to be my philosophy.
Nihilus isn't just
I just
here
hope I
to
have
be.
enough renegade points for
He's also
later.
here to evaluate you.
Since when do we answer to the
But we
Spectre?
can also then
You're
be a
smart
bit
enough to know how things
hypocritical with how we answer, so
The
that's
Alliance
kind
has
of
been pushing for this
silly,
for a long
but
time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Spectres are meant to
Not
be
many could have
a
survived when
pretty
you went
nice
through
thing
one
to
of
be,
those.
so
You showed a remarkable will to live.
Shepard becoming one would be
Particularly
an
useful
achievement for
talent.
humans all
That's why I
around.
put your
At
name
least there's
forward as a
one
candidate
good
for the
one.
Spectres.
Just tell me what I have to do.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you. to
We
observe.
can ask more about Protheans, Eden Prime, and the beacon.
Just
Although
give the
the
word,
beacon will probably just be,
should be
yeah, it's
getting close
Prothean
to-
made.
Captain, we got a problem.
It's beacon.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
live footage of a battle occurring on Eden Prime. Well, not so peaceful now, is it?
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need.
We don't get to see exactly what they're fighting, but we do get to see this big fuck off thing. And then the transmission goes to shit and static.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joe.
So Eden Prime's basically fucked by the looks of things. Oh dears. Anyways.
A small strike team can move quickly without drawing attention.
Okay, Shepard
It's our
and two
best
other
chance to
people.
secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold.
Pardon me.
Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with
So
us?
yes, we are taking Jenkins and Kaidan with us down onto Eden Prime.
Nihilus will
They
scout
get
out
generic
ahead.
outfits.
He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
Understood.
Ready and able, sir.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
We are approaching drop point 2.
So we get dropped off somewhere other than where Nihilus is, so he gets to do his own thing. We get to do our thing of being here. This place has been definitely hit.
Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
What are these things over here? Why? Jenkins just outright tells us they're gas bags. There's nothing to worry about them. Anyway, if you choose to head over this way, there's a upgrade kit. There we go, recoil damper. But it also gives us more credits and metagel, and stuff in our codex, so yay. So one thing that they definitely did do in Mass Effect 1 when it came to it being on the Legendary Editions, they actually revamped the HUD, as you can see. They changed it in ways that makes it more cleaner, more smoother. I do like the change that they've done here. Now we are going to go into the squad menu. We actually do have 3 points we can put into stuff. I'm just going to dump them all into Intimidate for potential renegade options that show up in conversation. Kaidan Alenko here is a biotic user. He's a sentinel specifically, so he has biotics and he also has a bit of tech stuff, which, you know, fair enough. We're going to actually put a point into Gription and we're giving him barrier. Jenkins is a soldier. We'll put both points into pistols. And this is our inventory screen. At the moment we have nothing of the sort, and there are only 4 guns? Oh, there's only 4 guns. Okay. I thought there was 5. 5 in Mass Effect as well. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Point being is with the white bump. No, it's the left. Yeah, left. With left bumper, you can change which weapon you have equipped. Everyone has all 4 weapon types at all times, so you can upgrade them accordingly. And with the white bumper, you can access your skills. I have Sabotage and Throw, so does Kaidan, but he also has Barrier because he's because we're both Sentinels. I might not take Kaidan on missions. Shit's fucked. And we encounter our first enemies that tear Jenkins apart immediately. Though we're not seeing the name of them due to our distance, those are called Geth Recon drones. We'll talk more about the Geth in a bit, but oh dears, Jenkins is dead.
We're out of chance.
And that's why, yep, we've already suffered a loss under our command. Ah dears, we're doing a terrible job here.
Leave him. We need to finish the mission.
Pressing this one gives us renegade points. That's why I did that. Otherwise, I would say, yeah, we should really bury him once we're done here, because damn it.
I've got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies.
Oh yeah, I give myself training and
Gonna check it out.
we can use this a lot
I'll
better.
try to catch up with you at the dig site.
Now actually I'm going to say one improvement that I think they did wise with Mass Effect 1. This is a sniper rifle. In the original Mass Effect 1, you couldn't scope if you weren't trained in it. However, you can scope in Legendary Edition. That's a good thing. I like that they did that change, because it means that sniper rifles are useful regardless of class. You don't have to be infiltrator and you don't have to be infiltrator or soldier for them to work better. It would appear that one of those people in the scene prior managed to survive the attack. And we get to see the robotic Geth spike someone through the torso. How brutal. There's a reason why it's a mature weighted video game, as Twitch would put it. Two Geth murdered, and Ashley Williams.
Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212. You the one in charge here, sir?
Of course, those that have watched things like some of those Evil Dead films will immediately think, that's BioWare. But obviously, I didn't think that because I didn't know of that stuff beforehand, which is weird. I thought I would have by then, but nah, whatever.
I need a status report, now.
Oh man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
Any idea what kind of enemy we're facing?
I think they're Geth.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
They must have come for the beacon.
So the idea of Geth being about is a surprise to everyone. Fair enough. We can ask her to just stay here, which is not the wise idea. We need
that beacon.
her help, because there's going to be a load of Geth in between us and the beacon. So,
move out.
In fact, the dig site's not that far away, actually. So, good news. Also, upgrade kit here, which gives us access to some stuff, and there's a crate with light armor, scorpion stuff. So, this is the unfortunate fate of most people here in Eden Prime that didn't just get shot. You can actually see some of them have turned into, well, their flesh is just melted away. There's a pointer there that shows up. The idea of that is because when you're going through, you'll get tutorialized about how you can put in places. Cover is a thing. You press A and you attach yourself. I am in a bad position. I can't actually do anything. There we go. I should go into the squad menu right now, and Ashley is a soldier as well. Yippee! So we've traded one soldier for another, one with more unique armor colorization. On to the dig site. There is no beacon here.
This is the dig
You
site.
were just...
The beacon was
You
right
were
here.
essentially
It must have
just
been
here.
moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
Let's get moving. Williams, where's the camp?
Some conversation
It's just
ties
on the
like
top
that
of
one
this ridge, up the
realistically
ramp.
is just the same thing 3 times over, because at the end of the day, we just need to keep moving.
There's a small spaceport up ahead. I want to check it out. I'll wait for you there.
So we just got ourselves a gun. A Striker 1 deals a bit more damage per second, but has less heat seek capacity and a lower accuracy. If you go into the details, it tells you that it fires in 3-round bursts instead of just your one on average. So yeah, the accuracy being a bit lower makes sense because you're firing 3 rounds at a time. I'm going to equip it though, because it is a little different, and we have armor piercing, which we're actually not going to put on there, because we're going to put on our assault rifle. It deals more damage against synthetics, which Geth are. So, great news on that end.
Looks like they
I do like this sort. I do like the stuff that's in Mass Effect 1 because it gives you the RPG elements more so than the other games. Like, oh, here's things that make you really good at specific stuff. Anyway, in this cutscene, we get to see many of the people that have been murdered are now coming to life as parts. These things don't have any weaponry that allows them to fight at range, so what they'll do is they'll run towards you. If they get close enough, they can destroy your shield in one foul swoop, and then melee attack you. So as long as you keep your distance and you don't be too idiotic, you should be fine. Inside these crates we get more stuff, bit of rummage there, and this door can be opened with decryption. Manual override, and we get to press the buttons as they show up. Harder ones just means we have to press more buttons and all that. Opening in here, and hey, people that are alive.
Hurry, close the door.
And that guy's mad.
How did you end up in this shed?
We
Well,
hid here during the attack.
Actually not
They must have
that
come
mad
here for
right
the
at this
beacon.
moment in terms
Luckily,
of
it wasn't here.
murder.
It was moved to the spaceport earlier this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to pack up the camp. When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended.
Yeah, this guy's
Soon,
mad.
only ruin and corpses will remain.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, they can be.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad. I'm the only sane one left.
I gave him an extra dose of his meds after the attack.
Say goodnight, Manuel.
You cannot silence the truth. My voice must be heard.
Knocking him out is a renegade thing to do, but
that might have been a little extreme, Commander.
You can't just go around whacking people in the head.
It was only a matter of time until he did something crazy and dangerous.
because at the end of the day, you're not meant to just punch people in the face. Now you can probe her about the attack and the beacon, and you can ask about Nihilus, but
Williams,
she doesn't know
take
who
us
he
to the
is, so
spaceport.
that's a bit of a dead end there. And off we go to the next locale of Eden Prime. We get stopped at this point for a cutscene. Nihilus is doing his job, and, well, there's another guy over there. Who would have thought?
Saren.
This Saren fella seems to have a lot of bits and bobs on him that seem very Geth-like.
This isn't your mission, Saren. What are you doing
This
here?
is a sensible response you
The
should
council
have.
thought you could use some help on this one.
To establish...
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry.
To establish that Saren is straight up the bad guy in all this, while we don't get to see it, we do get to hear from the distance the ringing sound of a weapon being used. And at this point we got to see so we don't have to ever fight one on foot. Oh, Husky Eye. So anyway, we can clearly see over there, there's Niles's dead body. But first, door control on this easy decryption door.
Everybody stay calm out there. We're coming out, we're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
Nobody moves a muscle until we know who you are.
Nice going, Cole. I told you we should have stayed hidden.
It's okay. We're all on the same side here. We're just farmers. We've been hiding ever since that ship first showed up.
Do you know anything about the Prothean beacon they dug up?
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
Yeah, asking these guys this stuff.
About the attack.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up.
Although attack details
We just
are nice,
saw it and
because
ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Overall, there's not much else to say here. This farmer here, who has no name, opens his mouth.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn.
His name is Blake, although we didn't get to know that. Huh.
If there's something you're not telling me.
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling.
Illegal activity,
In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
You greedy bastard. You weren't running for your life. You were running to check on your merchandise.
No, it's not like that. I just knew there were some packages here, something we could use. I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those
Yeah,
things
pistol
came
is
back.
useful, depending on if it's an
Probably
upgrade
get
or
more
not.
use out of it than
This is your first opportunity of a Paragon or Renegade option. These options allow for you to get more of said points, while also requiring an amount of points in order to even be able to utilize. So we can just say thanks, give it to me, that's just for the pistol, but there's more he can give us.
I'm only gonna ask this once.
So he's holding
Think
out
long
on
and
us.
hard before you lie to me again. Are you sure all you've got is one lousy pistol?
No, wait. I just remembered. I just had it in my pocket. Might as well take that too. That's everything, really.
Who's your contact at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
But is he worth dying?
Would you rather be a snitch or a corpse?
Powell. His name's Powell.
No honor among thieves.
That's all I know, really. So let's try to keep things friendly from here on in, okay?
I have to go.
Good luck.
So we do also get a combat sensor. Now, if you have a higher electronic skill, you can open this storage locker. However, we don't, so we can't. Oh yeah, we got more points because we leveled up. Yeah, I don't have access to electronics yet because I need to get decryption points. Oh, I'll have barrier. And we're overkill. But first, just dump all into first aid there on that, and let's dump into that, and into soldier. Oh yeah, equip. Oh no, not options. Equipment. We now have an Avenger 1 we can equip, which is, you know, your standard thing. It's similar to the Lancer, but does slightly better in the damage per second and the heatsink stuff. Combat sensor. Oh yeah, we got recoil damper earlier. It gives us a bit of weapon stability. Well, the combat sensor means that we'll be able to detect things better, higher level. Some areas of the game, your radar bit in the bottom corner there does get blocked, unless you've got a high enough combat sensor on the gun you're specifically holding.
It's Nihilus.
Oh no, Nihilus is dead.
A Turian? You know him?
He's a Spectre. He was with us at the moment.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
I like the way you hid behind those crates during the fight. Really helped us out. Thanks a lot.
Fun way of saying that they're a coward.
But
But I'm just a doctor.
Now, the subtitle
I don't even
spoils
have a
that this is
weapon.
Pal, that wing
My name's
leader
Pal.
of smuggling
I
ring.
saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
What the hell are you talking
There
about?
was another one?
There were 2 Turians here. Your
Who
friend
would
and
have
another
thought?
one he called Saren. I think they knew each other. Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back. I'm just lucky he didn't see me behind the crates.
Where'd Saren go after he killed Nihilus?
He jumped
This
on the cargo
Saren
train and
fella
headed over
is
to
our
the
main
platform.
bad guy for the game, and
Probably
so
going after the beacon.
of course he
knew that
fucks
beacon was
things
in
up
trouble.
on our
Everything's
first
gone to hell
mission
since we found it.
in the game.
First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I had been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
If you've
found
actually gotten
contact here
the
on the
identity of stuff, then
the
you can
smuggling ring.
outright point this out.
What? No! I mean, what does it matter now? So I'm a smuggler, who cares? My supervisor's dead, the entire crew's dead. Doesn't matter now, does it?
Anything hidden nearby that we could use against the Geth?
A shipment of grenades came through last week. Nobody notices if a few small pieces go missing from the military orders.
Maybe those few pieces would have been more
We're out here trying to
helpful
protect
if
your
only they
sorry
were
ass,
usable
and all you can think
by
about is how you can rip us off?
I never thought you'd actually
Bravo,
need those
pal, you may
grenades.
have killed a whole
Who
bunch of
want
people.
to attack Eden Prime? We're just a bunch of farmers. How was I supposed to know?
Hand over those grenades. Now.
They're yours. Take them. My smuggling days are over, I swear.
You're
Too many
lying!
people died here for you to start jerking me around.
Okay, all right. There was something else. Could be worth a fortune. Experimental technology, top of the line. Take it. I don't need it. I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Really, I'm sorry.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the cargo train. That's where the other Turian went. I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
And so we get a high explosive grenade upgrade going into our equipment. We can now equip it. Oh yeah, we can equip Scorpion because light armor. This is what the Scorpion armor looks like, by the way. Alright, so grenades. Oh, we also have an incendiary. High explosive, let's go. Oh, because I had to. For whatever reason, I started with the sniper rifle. Welcome to this part of the mission where we've got to make our way along this long corridor, well, pathway of enemies. Oh, I missed the button. Damn it. Oh well. Nah, that sort of situation would have been better for a lift, but obviously I don't have lift, I have throw, so I can push. Throw is basically just a force push. Same with lift, it's force. You just force lift them up. Bionic powers can very much just be divorced, just, you know. Someone's plan is to bomb the entire place to smithereens. And proceeds to do something that allows for the beacon's information to go to him. And of course we're here just in the nick of time to now have to run around like a blue-ass fly disarming the bombs. Now, before anyone says anything, now it isn't too bad. 5 minutes to kill enemies while going around disarming the bombs.
Shut them down.
This isn't that bad, to be honest. You just gotta keep your eye out on where the enemies are. Most of them are over there. Oh, they actually got quite a few good hits on me. Fucking hell. Okay. Thankfully, there's not many bombs, so this is actually a real easy set. Our next bomb. And there's one more just that way, but there are in said way. Shock troopers. They are stronger than your standard troopers, but they're still very easy to deal with. They have snipers. They have sniper rifles. They all offend. If you let them get hit in, they'll do quite a big amount of damage. But they are very easy to deal with, actually. The Geth are our main bad enemies, things that we usually have to deal with in this game because, you know, they're following the bad guy. Well, we did it. We stopped the bombs. But now there are a few enemies we have to shoot. Husks. And there may be a container or two around here where you can easily decryption this. It was the A button several times, so not too bad. And there's a crate here. There's nothing else for us to do here besides investigate the beacon. And this is where I'd argue that there might be a bit of a need here for me to say an epilepsy warning potentially in about a couple of seconds. I'd argue look away from the screens now if you don't want to see the flashiness of what is within the beacon, because there's a lot of fast moving images that will become clearer later, but for the time being will not be. Now the person that goes and does a foolish thing and goes near the beacon will be Ashley or Caden, depending on the gender of your shepherd. So since we're male, it's Ashley. Shepard runs in and stops the squad mate from becoming the main character, and Shepard fully becomes it. I get the fun of seeing it on 2 screens! Yay! Thank you, OBS. Yay! It's not so bad. It's not so bad. But it could be. It could be to some people. So I just wanted to put that warning out there. And Shepard's out for the count, and the beacon's destroyed, and Nihlus is dead. Whoopee! We failed our mission horribly. Anyway, let's get to the setup. We get to see a shot of the giant flying tentacle thing and Saren inside of it. Yeah.
We identified the ship that touched down.
And a being that gets called the Matriarch.
A human alliance vessel.
We'll learn more about her later.
The command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
Shepard using the beacon causes Saren to go into a bit of a rage.
This human must be eliminated. Why is that happening with this shot?
Dr. Chakwas, I think he's waking up.
The person that you saved from activating the beacon will be there to alert Chakwas that you wake up.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
Like the morning after shore leave. How long was I out?
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
I expect better of my people, Williams. You endangered our entire mission.
She wasn't even part of our crew,
Don't be so
but
hard on
okay.
her, Commander. We have no idea if that's what actually set it off. Unfortunately, we'll never get the chance to find out.
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
What's the damage, Doctor?
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death?
Certainly not a good time for Shepard.
Nothing's really clear.
I better add this to my report. It may...
Well, he's got double eyelashes in that scene.
Captain Anderson.
How's our EXO holding up?
Something didn't go
All
right
the
there.
readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
Intel dropped the ball, sir. We had no idea what
No one had any idea that they were going to be
That's why things
Geth.
went to hell.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries.
That's the thing. Like, end of the day, Geth occurred. We can question whether Williams is here. We can say that we feel bad about Jenkins.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
The Council can kiss my ass. I won't let them blame me for losing the beacon. I didn't do anything wrong.
Or so you
I'll
say.
stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books.
Shepard's eyes
That's
okay.
why.
Like,
It's Saren.
or have I
That
caught
other
something
Saren.
up when I did the
Saren's
calculation?
a Spectre, one of the best, a living legend. But if he's working with the Geth, it means he's gone rogue.
And the potential of a rogue Spectre
A rogue
is
Spectre's
very,
trouble.
very bad.
Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
But this wasn't a case of,
hates humans.
oh, I hate humanity.
You're right.
This is a case
Saren
of,
has
he wanted
allied
the
himself with
Prothean
the Geth.
beacon, it happened to be on a planet that involved
I don't know
humans.
why, but it had something to do with that
This
beacon.
is, so, although he
You were
definitely
there just before that
doesn't
beacon
like
self-destructed.
humans,
Did you see
it's
anything?
not the main
Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Well, we saw a vision.
Before I lost consciousness.
Well, that vision means at this point in time, who fucking knows?
A vision.
I mean, I do.
A vision of what?
But you know,
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people.
making sense of whatever he
Butcher.
can in the vision
We need to
is
report
one
this to the
thing.
Council, Shepard.
But there really
What are
isn't
we gonna tell
anything
him?
to
I
report.
had a
Like,
bad dream?
oh, I had a vision. Okay,
We
well,
don't know what information was stored in that beacon.
what does that achieve?
Lost Prothean technology, blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction, whatever it was. Saren took it. But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon. He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I don't know if we can
I'll
help
find
it.
some way to take him down.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre.
Yeah,
can
we,
go
we
in
have
and do
no
almost
ground to stand on when it comes to
That's
Saren,
why
because
we
we,
need the council
well, we
on
could
our
go
side.
to the council and be like,
When have they ever done anything
although
for
I'd say they
humanity?
can't do anything, then we get.
If we expose Saren
it's-
as a traitor, the council will.
The renegade option seems to be very much a case of, fuck the
contact
council.
the
But it's like, what can the council
and see
do?
if he
Spectres are
does an order.
practically untouchable.
He'll want to
They're
see it
indestructible,
as soon as we reach the
basically.
city.
Once you're a Spectre, you're a
We should be
Spectre.
getting
Unless you
close.
die,
Head up
or
to the
you do
bridge and tell
something
Joker to
so
bring us into
heinous
dock.
that they have no choice but to revoke that status. Like, it's a bit silly, but what can you do? We can talk to Ashley.
Commander. I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Soldiers
When your
die.
number comes up, it's over. His did.
Very,
Do you really believe that, Commander? After what happened to you on Akuz? Are you saying you only survived because of random chance?
I survived because I refused to die.
With respect, sir, I think you had somebody watching over you.
I need to go speak with Joker.
Goodbye, Commander.
And Caden's over here.
Glad to see you're
But
okay.
you don't yet. But you can't talk to him at this point. So. Presley is about over here.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Fair enough. And heading over here and talking to Joker will hop us on over to the next segment.
Good
of the
timing,
game.
Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
In cutscene form, we get to see the cloudy atmosphere of the section of the galaxy that the Citadel resides in. And behold, the Citadel, a multi-arm space station that is used as the galaxy's council. It is impressive. And of course, the Ascension.
Well, sizes and
It's a big fuck-off ship that's designed to protect the Citadel to some extent.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship.
And of course,
in the
there is a
Alliance
Turian fleet about nearby at all times.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
I'll say this. I don't care about your Elite Dangerouses. I don't care about your Starfields. Just give me a space game where I'm able to do the things I like to do.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a
Don't need
Turian
to
colony!
Traverse space.
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you
And so the Council is saying that it's humanity's fault for the whole, you know, being here where Geth could show up.
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing.
So while they're doing the proper thing, okay, someone's accusing Saren of doing something, let's do things
I
fairly.
see you brought half your crew with you. Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
Udina here, he's an ambassador, though
Sounds like you've
you
been
can
the Council to give us an
see
order.
him in a better position later
They
on,
would not
or maybe a little bit of a worse position, depending on
Saren's
the
their top
choices
agent.
that you make.
They don't like him being accused of treason.
I'm not gonna sit on my ass just because the Council doesn't want to do anything.
Ugh.
If they won't stop Saren, I will.
Settle down,
Unfortunately for CSEC, they're not going to be really finding anything because Saren has a lot of red tape around him due to
The
being a
mission on
Spectre.
Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Yeah, politicians suck. Anyway, over here is a computer console with easy decryption. I say description so much. It's just... And we get to see a Alliance Patrol report. Something's going on over in the Argos Rho cluster, specifically in the Hydra system. That's somewhere to investigate later. We can't really go there at the moment. We're stuck here on the Citadel until we've done all the story stuff. If we head this way, this is actually where some other races are.
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Tell me more about your species.
This thing here is an Elcor.
Enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people.
They don't really showcase emotion, so they'll outright state what they should theoretically be feeling. So the genuine enthusiasm thing means that it's like, yes, someone wants to know more about our species. That's great. But can't show that, so it just says genuine enthusiasm. And we get to see more about its history, culture, and other
I'd like
things.
to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
So doing this sort of thing will help fill your codex, it can give you more experience, and overall, talking to things can be useful. And you have to do this if you want to get to all of the game completion.
Built on small, tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time.
And this thing here is Din Korlak.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
And
chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
He's a Follis. These small looking race thing wearing a whole bunch of stuff on them. And ultimately, this one's a little bit
Good day,
annoyed of things. This one here, Sultan, is Elcor.
Human. Sincere apologies.
We can ask what's
but
wrong,
I am here
because
on business
apparently
and cannot
things
be
are not
distracted
currently
right
the
now.
best.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong.
Supposedly, a consort has started something going on. We can ask what a consort
Who's this Asari
is.
consort?
Curious. You have not heard.
Sha'ira,
You must be new to the Citadel. Everyone knows Sha'ira, the consort. I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say,
we can ask where she is so we can investigate this on our own accord.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough.
Now, spoiler alert, this is a little bit of a side quest that we can do. We don't have to do it. Of course, there's plenty of stuff we can do on the Citadel. So, it's more of, what do you feel like doing? We can run around the entire place if we want to, but there's also going on to the Rapid Transit to investigate more as to, well, not for us to investigate, but for the whole Sauron thing. And my head is spiraling. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it here actually. YouTube, if you're seeing this, do all the things you can on there. If you see this through potentially see this through Reddit, then cool. If I post about it on my own subreddit, I may need to link it. When it comes to Twitch, if you enjoy this stuff, then hey, give me a follow. You know, I do need people to talk, but well, if I want to come video, but hey, you know, I'm not going to pressure people into it. I'm just pointing it out. I hope you enjoyed, and if you do see this on YouTube, then cool. That means I'm probably going to actually do more of these beforehand, but if I don't, I don't, you know. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you all. Bye bye.